Hey, this is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my review of the Walking Dead Flashback series of Michonne, RV Zombie, and Daryl Dixon. And I wasn't completely sure if I would get these figures, but look, I got them all. I mean, I really didn't think I would get Daryl because I got him. I got the exact same figure. Nothing's different, except that he doesn't come with his bike. So, you know, I really do not care. I do not give a crap if they change the cardboard he comes in, the package. I don't care if they release a new version of him and the only thing different is the package. I don't care about that stuff. I got it simply because maybe someday I would want to modify a Daryl, change him up, and I could use this one to do that, and might as well do a review of it. And then we got Michonne, and Michonne's probably my favorite. Daryl is up there too, and Rick, but Michonne's possibly my favorite, and she comes with the little aquarium with her zombie pets' heads, so that's a little different than before, but still, it looks like the exact same figure, same paint, same everything. But I got it. And then the RV zombie. That was the one that I actually said, well, maybe I'll get the Michonne and maybe the Daryl, but no, I'm not getting the RV zombie. He's exactly the same. I don't need another one. Well, I got the Michonne, then the Daryl. Then a few days later, I'm like, I'll just get the RV zombie. Might as well just do a review of him and maybe I could paint him or something. Besides, the screwdriver broke on my other one, so that's another reason. And I think maybe the paint's better on this one, surprisingly. I mean, it's the same paint colors, but I think they painted this one better than the original. But we'll check and see on that. Okay, well, let's look at the packages real quick. Nothing special. It says flashback figure. And I keep seeing people say stuff like, for flashback figures, they need to make Dale and Lori, and I'm not sure if that's what they mean by flashback figures. What it seems like they mean so far by flashback figures is not a character that's gone or an old version of a character. It simply means it's a character they already released a toy of, and they're flashing back to that toy they already released. So I don't think they would do that with Dale and Lori, because they haven't made a figure of them yet. I could be wrong, but that's just what it seems like to me. And there's the package. Yeah, in the back, like you see, like sort of like the shadows of Series 6. So that's kind of neat, I guess. I don't know. So, I guess it's time to open these guys up. Okay, there she is, all opened up. And I've noticed that there are some differences. It's more than just the way things are made. It's just kind of weird. For one thing, it's like her joints are like smooth feeling. Like they feel like they bend more smoothly. These ones feel a little more tighter. So, I don't know what that means. Maybe these might wear out more on this new one. Another noticeable difference is the cloak here. The cloak on the new one is like, the texture of it, it's just really smooth. This one, it just feels like it's rough. Like you can hear the sound of me rubbing on it. This one, well, this sounds the same. But, I mean, feeling it, this feels sandy almost. This does not at all. And this one is way more flexible. This one's a little stiffer than this one is. The color is slightly different. You can also see this one just looks a little more realistic than this one. This one almost looks like skin or something. But that's one difference, is this cloak. Okay. And another difference is the sword and the sheath. The sword is really difficult to get into the sheath on mine. Like, the other one just slid in real smooth. This one's like, you gotta like shove that thing in there. And I don't know what that's all about. Now the paint on the face, I think, is better on the new one. Actually, the paint overall I think is better on the new one. It's like they just did a better job on this flashback version of Michonne with the paint, except for on the cloak. Like, it just, I don't know, it looks like they took their time. Like, the pupils are spot on, the lips. It just looks better, and I think the detail on the pants look better. They still didn't get the colors right. She's supposed to have like grayish pants, and her boots are supposed to be black with silver studs on them. They still didn't get that right. I don't know if this is anything, but it's... Her dreads are kind of like sticking out on this one. On this one they're kind of going in. But that could just be different from person to person depending on their luck or whatever. Not that it's a lucky thing. But you can see the original, the paint is just so much more plain, and the new one, it just looks textured, like they did a better job on the paint. I'm telling you, the paint on the new one is a little better. Just slightly. Now here is her new accessories that she did not come with before, and that's the heads of her walker pets that the governor stuck in his aquarium. And they come in this weird little thingy that holds them into place, which I'll try to get out here. Gonna do it. I might have to... Okay, they're stuck in there good. I'll come back. Okay, we got them out. And they don't sit in there real well. I mean, I guess you can set them up. Whatever. But the heads on these seem to be painted a little better, like in the eyes at least. Like the eyes on this one are like green. Like, I don't know if they're supposed to be, but they're green. Like if you look at the original, it's not... Is that the right head? Yeah. See, the eyes are not... See, the eyes on the original aren't green. I guess it's debatable on which one's painted better. Like, I think the blood shows a lot better on this new one. But I think the eyes, the pupils in the eyes, you can just see better on the new one. But it is the same head. Like, you can see it's got the hole to put on him. You could probably switch these heads if you wanted. It's kind of weird. Like, they didn't take the time to sculpt like a new head and put a wound there or something. And here's the other head compared to the new one. Once again, the blood is a lot more red. And the pupils, I think, once again, could be seen better on this new one. You actually see like red around his eyelids and everything. I think that the heads are painted better than they were in the original. And she comes with the aquarium, which has nice little details, the blood splatter and the grime at the bottom, the Rick grime. And I suppose if you went out and bought like 20 Michonnes, you could have enough aquariums to make Governor's little lair. You need to find a chair though, but still. Maybe they'll make a box set someday. There's a bunch of these aquariums, a bunch of heads, and the Governor's chair. That'd be pretty cool. So, I wish they would have maybe painted her different. I know on the site that Solid Dave Snake, one of his Facebook pages, the Walking Dead memorabilia site, I'll put a link at the end, or in the description. Someone on there posted a comment by someone who works at McFarlane saying that I guess they were originally supposed to repaint the Flashback series figures or add a new part. Like, that's what he wanted to do, but they refused to because apparently painting a figure new colors is actually expensive because they have to buy the paint for the new colors, I guess. And I'm supposing that means they already have the original colors still handy. I don't know. Still some left over. But still, it would have been cool if she would have added some new paint. Like, I've shown this off a gazillion times, but my custom Michonne. Now this one I re-sculpted and stuff, but it would have been cool if they would have like maybe attempted to make that, like just painted her that color, because she kind of has like the little shape of that orange thing going down her vest. They could have just like painted it to sort of look like that. Maybe painted her pants the proper color and painted the boots black. That'd have been pretty cool. Another reason I bought this was because I was thinking maybe I'd make another custom, and if I made another custom it would be like the version where she's wearing the vest with the long sleeve white shirt, but I don't need to make a custom of that because she's coming out in Series 7 now. But I am glad I got this because I do think out of this outfit with the purple shirt and the vest, I think this version of her looks a little better. It's just painted better. So if I do make a custom, I'll be using one of the originals. Next is the RV zombie, and the change is just so small. that I wouldn't say it's really worth it to buy a new one if you didn't really care too much about the paint and everything. Because I do think the paint on this is just slightly better than the original. Not by much, just slightly better. Like, here's the original, and if you look at the hair in the new one, you can actually see where the hair is better. And the original just kind of blends in with the skin. It's hard to see it. It's really sloppy. And I think it's the same with the wounds. The wounds are just easier to see where they are. On this one, it just kind of smears everywhere. And the blood on the shirt is a lot darker than the blood on the original. And I don't know, that just depends on what you'd rather have. Like, maybe it's more realistic that the blood isn't very dark. Just depends on what you like. Personally, I like it darker. You can see like the blood there on his shirt is darker. Inside shirt. Also seems like his pants are painted better. Like, it just looks like there's more detail in the paint on the new one's pants than there is in the old one. Same on the toes. You can clearly see the toes on the new one. If I can get it to focus. 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 There you go. See? It's way easier to see the toes on the new one. Like, I never even noticed the toes were sticking out before in the original, I don't think. So, I don't know. I just think the new one's painted slightly better. And, like, look at the eye, too. Let's see the eye on the new one. It's just better. It's easier to see. And the teeth and everything. It's a lot more clear. And another thing, this doesn't seem to happen to too many people, because I've never heard anybody else say it happened to them. But when I reviewed this original one, I didn't think the screwdriver was removable because I could not get it out. And then a bunch of people told me, it says right on the package that you can remove it. And I looked, and like, sure enough, it says you can remove it. And they said they removed theirs, but mine will not come out. And it looks like, if you look closely, that it looks like it may have been glued in. I don't know why it was, but it was. And eventually it just broke off. So that kind of sucks. But at least I got this new one now, and it's better painted, and I have a screwdriver that's not broken off. So that's really cool. Oh, the paint, that's one thing that sucks about the new one, is they didn't paint the joint all the way. So, you know, this one's got blood on the joint, this one doesn't. It looks kind of weird. But, I don't know. It's still cool having a better version of this one, so I don't completely regret buying it. And maybe I could take this old one and, I don't know, change its paint and turn them into a different zombie so it doesn't look like they're the exact same zombie. Next, and last, will be Daryl Dixon. And this is the strangest one for this series. I mean, I'm guessing they're just doing it because Daryl's such a popular character and not everyone wanted to pay the price for him and the bike, maybe. I don't know. Or they couldn't get it, because I don't think it's too easy to find either. But it's still weird that they call it a flashback figure, because Series 6 isn't even out yet, and he was basically part of Series 5. So they're flashing back to the current series. That's just kind of weird that they call it a flashback figure to me. But that's what they're going to do, so whatever, I don't care. Also, when comparing them with the one that came with the bike, there is very little change. Like, more so than Michonne and the RV zombie, this one is the same. Like, there hardly is any differences. Anything little that I can see is maybe the buttons on the original almost look red, and the new ones are a little more copper. Seems like the facial hair on the original is a little darker, and you can see the eyes a little better on the original. The hair's maybe a slightly different color. Actually, the hair in the original looks a little glossy, and this one doesn't. I think I like the non-glossy version better in the hair. I noticed that the wings on the back of his jacket on the new one seem to be like, they seem to be glossy and darker. Other than that, there's not really much different. They're really similar. So if you don't really care about having a new Daryl, if you have the bike one, I wouldn't pick this one up, because they're just basically exactly the same. There's like really not much different. Like, if you want the hair to be slightly different, then maybe I'd say grab this one. Other than the motorcycle, he comes with the same accessories. Comes with this crossbow, which looks pretty cool, and he comes with his little knife that goes into his sheath. So, well, there's not really much else different. I almost kind of want to take the hair off this one, stick it on this one, just because the face is painted better on that one. But I like this new hair a little bit better. I don't know if I want to risk screwing them up to do that, though. Yeah, I think this overly shiny hair is too much. I like this more matte finish. So there they are. And I just realized I've been very serious in this video. I don't know what the hell. Maybe I didn't drink enough caffeine with my drink and I'm just being all serious. I don't know. But, I wish this flashback series would be more. I mean, at least with the Shane, I really hated that they just added a hat. But really, they didn't change the sculpts on any of these ones. Like, nothing changed except slight differences in the paint job, paint quality, I guess. And they added some extra accessories to Michonne. So, I think this is more for people who just missed the original ones. And just for people who collect every single version. No matter what's different about them, whether it's the backing card or different accessory or whatever. But, I don't know if it's really worth buying these. I was okay with it because I do these reviews. That gives me a little motivation to buy them. And because I sometimes do customs and I could possibly someday customize these. Probably won't, but I could. Maybe. So, yeah. This is Mr. Evilcheese, and I say if you don't have these figures, then this is a good way to get them. And if you do and don't care about getting some version that's almost exactly the same, then I'd say skip them. But, yeah. This is Mr. Evilcheese. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. This is what's really happening in Season 5 of The Walking Dead. By the end of the show, you'll find out what Terminus is really doing with the group. They're glowing with Michonnes. They're like, that girl has a sword. That's freaking awesome. So they just clone her repeatedly. And by the end of the season, the only characters left are Michonne clones. Then when you go into Season 6, it's just all Michonnes, a whole team of Michonnes. Everybody's dead. So we've got 7 Michonnes over there. And then, that'll be a really, really odd season. Yeah. Sorry. Goodbye. Oh, little baby Judith, you're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. What the hell is sticking out of your head? Get the thing away from me. Whoa, I knocked you down with a baby.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh.